This is part 2 of modeling the sickbay reactor, and the concept is changing. This is where I am right now, and I'll show you where I want to get to. I want to get to that, all right, in this video if possible, and more after that. I'm starting to think of this as dilithium crystal kind of thing, and very sort of basic and stark kind of look with some color here and maybe a nice glow going on here. This might turn into a light, and I may or may not have glass around this. I'm not sure anymore. Not that you'd want dilithium crystals just sitting out there, but it also looks a little bit like a sort of a space age retro museum piece too. So I'm going to get busy modeling some of that. I think the first thing I'm going to do is grab a piece of this here, Shift D, I'll bring it out, and I'm going to break it out, set my origin to that, and I'll even bring the cursor there, and I'm going to get rid of the solidify and edge split, and I'm going to make some panels out of this, and let's scale this in the Z. And think about, let's go back to this. So I want them, I think that, about that width maybe. So I might go with that, and I can scale these a bit. If I put one up here, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, so let's try this. Let's extrude this out a little ways. Let's get rid of smooth shading, and let's just come in here and cordon off where I want these depressions to be with an edge loop there, an edge loop there, edge there, and there. All right, let's do that. Let's scale that in the Y out to about there. And there, and leave some room for the bolts up in the 4 corners, and then I'm just going to put, I don't know, maybe 4 bevel like that. And then I'll grab these faces and I'm going to extrude them in, and I'll switch over to individual origins so that I can scale these independently. Scale in the Y, all down shift, just pull in a bit. That could have been on median point, but this one, scale in the Z. Like that. Maybe I don't need them that deep. Now as I look at this, I realize that I need to make an adjustment to this. Let's do that. Let's grab all this. We'll get rid of that. Make it a bit more even. The way I did it wasn't so even. And then I'm going to Shift Alt and click there, and I think grid fill will fix it the right way. Yeah, it will. Those are filled back up. Now another thing I want to do before I go any further is I want to change my clipping 0.001, so when I zoom in I'm never going to get that weird effect. So I would have that. I realize this is 5 and this is longer, but that may not be a problem. It's all part of it anyhow. All part of the process. I'm going to get rid of these back faces. Put on the bevel. Try one like that. See how well that would fit. Okay, so just about. I think I need to make it a little bit narrower. Scale this into Y, just like that. So if I had one about there, let's see what happens if I just copy these down. I end up getting 4 on here. Okay, I don't want too many, so I think what I'm going to do is come in here, scale this in the Z. I want to see if I can get away with 3 of these. Could just array them, really. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's array this in the Z, going downwards. 0. I'll try 1, see what that looks like. I think I want a little bit more than that. 1.01, let's try that. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. And we'll come in here and we'll scale this in the Z some more. Until it just about fits. Just a touch more. Let's try taking this and copying it to the other side and getting a sense of what it was going to look like. I'm going to bring that right to the edge. It's going to help reduce this sharp edge right here. It's not so sharp. I can pull that wall in if necessary. I don't think I actually have to. Yeah, hopefully that'd look okay. I think that's going to be all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let's come in here and bring in a circle of 20. Rotate Y 90. And then I'm going to come out. Too far. Bring it in like that, and then I'm going to grid fill that. I think I'm going to actually break it out. So I can just do that. I'll mirror it and then we'll see. It's a little bit flat, but I'm okay with that unless I wanted to try to get all this stuff. Maybe we'll scale it in a little bit. We'll try that. I'll scale Shift X. I'm not sure I'm gonna like that. I might though. Catch a bit more light. Okay, so let's take this panel. Let's turn that off for the moment. And let's mirror this across. Now why? And can I do it in the Z? Do I need to do that? There we go. Just apply that mirror. And let's do this. Let's get rid of the array. And this has got a bevel. This it doesn't need that bevel. Let's get rid of that. And let's take this and let's apply that bevel. And then I'll take these and I'll join them all together. Okay, now I can put on an array if I want. Okay. Let's do that. And then let's take these, Shift D, rotate Z 90 minus. What I might do do this. You know what? I might lengthen that. I might do it to there. And then take this. Just move it along. I think I do. I'll take another one. Do it this way, just by eye. I'm not going to array it. And I am going to break out the array. Let's move this one down. Let's see. That's pretty close. Okay, I'll do that, and I think I'll take this and I will do that. Bring my cursor there, and I'm going to bring in a plane, rotate it 90, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. There's going to be a window of some sort, or what exactly. To be that narrow. I might extend it, we'll see. Actually, I'll do it this way. For now, I'll line it up. We'll see how it looks in the shot. just going to leave that there, and then I'm going to come over here and I am going to delete this because I'm not going to use those. Shift D, rotate Z90. Did not happen there. Well, I guess it did it. Rotate Z90. Maybe that part didn't work. Now I think I'm going to slide this down and I'm going to put something here. You saw in the image these sort of mailbox things. I think I'll do that. So I might make these shorter panels, in which case I might actually copy those, but we'll get started. Or I might make these just different on their own. So let's see what we can do here. Let's just bring the 3D cursor right back to the middle, and then let's save once in a while. All right, let's go for it. Let's bring in a plane. Rotate it and bring it back. And just kind of position something there. Focus on that with the period key. Or let's extrude this out like this. Let's take, let's see, this edge here and pull it back quite a bit. And this edge, and let's pull it down like that. A little longer rather than, yeah, is that too long? Yeah, it's all right. Let's say we start with that part. And then I'll select this face and I'm going to inset, just like that. And then I'm going to Shift Alt and click those edges. And then I'm probably going to just grab the face and I'm going to bevel like this. I'm going to, a little bit, I'm going to put one edge in there and select that one edge. And let's see what happens if I switch to normal. Yeah, I can do that and go, just push it down along its normal. It's like that. And put a bevel on this. Go for, we'll try 2 or 3. Try 2, 0.02. See if that's too much. All right. Okay. Shift D, scale, just along the surface. Just a little bit of something. Okie doke. Let's array this in the Z. I'm going to isolate those and get rid of the back. I think I'll just copy these over. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Shift C to bring 3D cursor back there. Shift A to bring in a plane to do the ground. Roughly where I want my camera. It's kind of like this. We need a pipe, so I think what I'll do is go back to global. I'm going to apply that array, and I'm going to come in here. Control L to select it all. I don't need to take those bolts really. I can just P, break it out. So I can get into there. Bring my cursor there. How am I going to do this? Let's make sure we're not in individual origins. Let's scale that in the Y a little bit. We could do that. And I am going to cut right there and right there. Let's try that. Look straight on it. And face selection. I'm going to paint over all this stuff right there. And delete those faces. I'm going to isolate this. Hopefully that's enough. We'll make it work. Okay, I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to grab all these edges here. E, and I'm going to pull them back. Just like that. And then I'm going to try my very best. Actually, I'll do the inside first. I'm going to grab that edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge, and I'm going to bevel, Control B. Put a few segments, round it off a little bit, look a little bit nicer. And I'm going to do what I can to get this whole edge all around here. Let's see how well I've gone in. Got these guys. This is kind of a bit ugly modeling in terms of the topology, but you know, I'm just going for a quick static render, so it should be okay. It will be okay. I have faith. Okay, and then I'm going to bevel again, like that. So get it just a little bit rounded. I don't know that was not that necessary. Let's try that. Okay, I got a hole in my panel there. All right, let's make a little thing for a pipe in there. So let's bring in a plane, rotate Y90, and scale so that it fits. Scale in the Y. We can adjust the final size later. All right. I'm going to extrude out a bit, and then I'm going to grab these edges. In edge selection, hold down Shift, select all these outer edges. Okay, I'm going to hold Control B to bevel, make sure I got a few segments in there, round it nicely, sort of follow this curve. Okay, and now I'm going to select this face, and I'm not going to inset, I'm going to extrude. I'm going to hit E and S, just pull it in like that, and then E and extrude it out a bit, and I'll just scale a tiny bit like that. Okay, now I've got end gone, so I can't put edge loops, so looking straight on it there. I'm going to use the knife tool. I'm going to hit K, and I'm going to come up here, click, hold C to make it go straight, and click. And I'm just, and hit spacebar. I'm just cutting through the top surface. I can select that edge, and I can still move it into the center if I feel the need to. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, come across. There we go. All right, that's good enough. Now I'm going to select these three, and I'm going to hit E and S, and I'm going to scale it a little bit more. And now I'm going to use loop tools and create a circle, pull it in. May have had a problem here, so let's backtrack a little bit, and let's try loop tools right at that spot. Pull it in. I should be making sure. Okay, so I got that. I'm going to select these three faces. I'm going to hit I to inset, pull it in just a little bit. Let's try loop tools there. Circle, scale. I'm going to hit E to extrude. I'm going to pull it in. And I'm going to have this Control 2 to put a subdivision surface. Shade smooth, and then let's add some more edge loops here. Control R, I'm going to pull out. We'll do, let's see, where else can we do another one right here? Pull in, like this. I'm going to put an edge loop in here, pull down, and we're going to get this effect. No, I don't want one there. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Nice sort of rounded structure. Let's take this and let's isolate it and look on the back. I'll get rid of that. We don't need that. Just like that. Let's take this baby. Put you back in here. That's not bad, not bad. Might want to look at selecting those and Control plus a few times and scale Shift X. Might want to do that. Okay, cool. Let's make sure I've selected that. Bunch of geometry. As I look at this, I realize I didn't leave myself much room for a bolt, so what I might do is select that edge and then come out a little bit, and then I might scale Shift X, make it wider like this so I could put a bolt up there and then just shrink the whole thing down. I could put bolts in there if that's what I decide I want to do. Okay, Shift A, mesh, plane, go into it. Vertex, Alt-M, merge at center. I'm on one point there. E to extrude, come out a ways. E to extrude, and come on down. Just one point to round to bevel. Control Shift B. I realize my screencast keys are all screwed up. All right. Okay, so I got that. With that selected, let's convert to a curve. Come over to the curves, and down in geometry, let's increase that quite a bit. I'll shade smooth that and subdivide it later. So that's going to be there, and then we can bring in a circle. of, say, 18. Rotate Y90. Probably should have brought it around the pipe itself. Exactly. Although maybe it is. Extrude like that. Come out. Extrude. I'll change some sizes in a minute. Let's grab this row. Just bring it in. Let's pull this whole thing out like that. And bevel these edges. Shift Alt and click those. I just need one edge loop in there. And Control 2. And I'll put an edge loop down here. This thing would then slide in, and I'll make everything smaller so that it fits. So let's do that right now. Let's scale Shift X so that we see a little bit of that hole, like that. And also it fits in, and we'll just make this pipe a little smaller. Maybe something like that. Maybe this doesn't have to stick out quite that much. Okay, let's save that. And let's see about throwing in a bolt. Some bolts here. Yeah, okay. I'll start it right there. I'm going to bring in a cylinder, and I'm going to make it 6 sides with nothing on the caps. Let's scale it down. Focus on that. Let's rotate Y90. And just sort of start positioning it up in the corners. Okay, I'm going to scale this in the X so it's more like that. Scale it all down. Just see what would it be like. I need a circle around it, so I make it smaller than that. Maybe that size. There's different ways to do these, so I'm going to Shift Alt and click that edge. I'm going to hit D to extrude and scale it in. And I think I'm going to close this actually. I'm going to use grid fill. Well, actually, I may not do that yet. Let's backtrack. Let's get rid of those. And then let's Shift Alt and click all of these edges around here, including the top. Did I miss that one? And then I'm going to Control B. And it's going to bevel. I'll leave, I'll put maybe one more. Maybe like that. And then maybe I'll fill it. Oh, like that. So it'll look relatively smooth. I'll bring my 3D cursor there. And now I'll bring in a circle. 18 is fine. Rotate Y90. Let's get the right size for the circle and then make the bolt match. Extrude that back. Scale it in, and you know what? I don't even need to fill it. I'll just do this. I'll just bevel here with, say, just one. And I'll shade smooth, and that's going to be all right. Actually, what I might do, what I should do, is find that circle, that hole again. If I can. There we go. Come back. Solid. And I am going to extrude this out like this. I'll go back one level and I'll scale Shift X, so make it a bit smaller so it fits through. I'll make that bolt and fit better as well. I'll pull this back. I'm going to drag an edge loop right down to here. I want to put some thread on this and constrain it to that region. So let's fill this up. Let's scale it in first so that I can bevel that edge, and then I'll grid fill this. Just leave it at the default. I'll take this and I'll bevel. I just need one. So far so good. And I might be putting subdivision. I'm going to put 3 edge loops there and Control B to bevel, but I don't need any segments inside. So just pull till I get the right size that I like. I'm going to hit E and Alt S. No, what happened there? Alt S. Come out. We are going to go put a subdivision on there. So it'll look like that. And then this guy, you can come out like that. Okay, I'll take the, we can shade smooth, we hadn't. I'll take the both of you guys. Make sure you're touch down. And that'll be my bullet. Okay. I'm just gonna copy it. Actually, once I like the position. Yeah. Good. Good. Now this may not be closed. I just saw that. So we'll do that. We need to take this and the bolts. And that. Shift D. Rotate Y 90. And we'll pull that down. Good. So far, so good. It's taking a while here, but we're getting there. Now, let's take these 2 points and Shift S, cursor to select it to bring the 3D cursor roughly in the middle of that. I'm going to bring in another circle. 18 is going to be okay because I'll do a subdivision surface. Make something here. I think I'll do it like this. Let me do the same thing here, E and S, and squeeze it in. In fact, let's just do that, squeeze it in. We'll just use this twice. Let's take all these sharp edges and bevel with 1. Control 2. Shade smooth, edge loop, Shift D, rotate Y 180. I don't know why. I just feel I need to like this. Doesn't have to be right in the middle either. It's just something. You could put bolts on there, but it's getting all bolted up. How are we doing? Okay, now I'm going to delete the glass. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to steal that edge. First of all, I'm going to scale it in. Scale Shift Z, I think. Yeah. Shift D, I'm going to bring it up. P to break it out. Set the origin to geometry. Let's scale that out. Okay, let's make a little stand for this. E, come up. E and S, we'll grid fill that. And I might even want it bigger than that. Let's Shift H to focus just on that guy. E and S will come right in. Pretty narrow. E and we'll come down. We'll bring an edge loop up. And a couple edge loops along the sides here to make it look a little nicer. Yeah, I think I need this wider. Depends if I am going to put glass on. That would be in there as the stand. Let's have a look at the original one here. I did it thinner. Yeah, it would look nicer thin. I think it would anyhow. And how wide did I do? Pretty wide. Okay. Let's go with the one wireframe. Grab this. Just pull it down. Close it up fully. So we can do that. Think. Let's do this. Let's make it a bit bigger actually. And is that still selected? Yeah, I'm just going to come out like that. Yeah, like that. Alright. Okay, let's select that. Set the origin of geometry and cursor selected. And let's take this as well and pull it down a bit. And let's bring in a cylinder but with 5 sides and no ends. Let's start making those crystals. Okay, I'm going to bring an edge loop up near the top. Select this. I'm going to scale it like that. And I'm going to go Alt-M, merge at center. So it'll be like this. Let's want it longer. Like that. And what we'll do is I'll put on a bevel. And I'm going to make this 0.01. I think we're going to go 2, 3. And smaller, just the tiniest bit of a bevel. Okay, we can have a nice big crystal here. And then it might be too big for that actually. Scale Shift Z. And we'll even scale in the Z a bit. Let's see what we can fit on here. Let's take these and focus on them. Shift D, I'm going to copy it over. And look from here. I'm going to scale it. I'm going to rotate. Push it in and down into the stand. That's okay with me. I don't care if they touch each other either. Okay, I'll do another one. Shift D, scale, rotate. I kind of want these to be perfect shapes. I don't really want to warp them and stuff. Let's do more. Just on weird angles now. You spend as much time as you want on this kind of stuff. Let's take that actual one, bring it to the back, rotate it like this. Alright, anyways, you get the idea. These aren't really very visible, so let's make them a bit bigger in the back. Let's do something like that for now. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay. 3D cursor still there. I'm going to bring in an area light, and I'm just going to dump it there. I'll start off with 100. Leave it as white. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to bring in I'm going to go here. I'm going to bring in a camera. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go Control-Alt-0 to look through there, and I want lock camera view. I'm going to zoom out like this, and I'm going to press the home button, and I'm going to start with that. For materials, I was thinking of simply just diffuse for now, diffuse black, like that. Everything's going to be like that for now, except for that's black. I'm going to leave this the way it is for now. Fix up those bolts in a moment. This is not how it's necessarily going to stay. Let's get out of camera view. This is just, we're just starting out here. Yep. Grab as much of this as I can. Grab that. Control L. Materials. Whatever. Probably have some of the same stuff. Didn't get much there. I realize I didn't put it. I'm just gonna go Control 2 on that. I might not ever convert it to a mesh. Might leave it as a curve like that. It'll be just fine. Oh, there's nothing selected. Okay, what do we need to do? There we go. More like that. Actually like this. Okay, so let's just actually have a look at this. Yeah, okay, so we got that there. I'm going to bring in a point light if I can. Move this guy over to the corner. And above, and I'm going to make this orange. Start with 400 for that. Shift D, and I'm going to just drag it over here. I'm going to make this one blue. For the moment, those can stay like that. I want to have a look over here. I see that I'm in EV, and I want to be in cycles for this, I think, believe it or not. Okay. Although I could switch back and forth, but all right. Let's have a little look at those crystals, and then we'll leave it at that. I'm not certain I'm going to use that arrangement, but let's go over to shading. Okay, I'll copy that. I'm going to have glass and emission. Emission is going to come down here. I'm going to make this about 2. This is going to be glass. It's going to come in here. Okay, we need an input layer weight. Where's that under color, right? No, it's not. It's converter. Okay, and we'll do facing to FAC and color to FAC over there. Okay, I'm going to squeeze these in a little bit here, like that, and I'm going to change this to blue. We'll start to see something going on here. See? Bring up this. I'll probably do a post-processing or compositing. Let's grab all of these and add the same material. And for now, we'll go back to our front view. Let's have a look at this, just like this. I'm not sure how bright I want that. I'm going to do a test render in cycles. I'm going to put this up to 200, and I'm only going to do 75% as my size. I'll put on denoising though. Just before I do that though, I think I want to up these to 5 and move it over a bit. And this one also, I'm going to do it 5. Okay, I'll do a quick render and we'll come back and we'll see where we're at. Okay, here's what we have so far. It's looking relatively nice. There's going to be a few things to fix up, a few things to add, and of course we're going to work on a nice glow here, and we'll decide about the lighting, and then this is something I still need to think about. All right, thanks for watching.